Colossians 3:12. Put on then, as God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, compassionate, hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience.
In those days there was not a king in Israel, and in those days the tribe of Dan sought for itself an inheritance to dwell, for an inheritance did not fall into it until that day in the midst of the tribes of Israel. The sons of Dan sent out from their peoples 5 men from their part, men of sons of power, for Zorah and Eshtael, to survey the land, and to track it. They said to them, Go and search out the land. And they came unto Mount Ephraim, unto the house of Micah, and they rested there. And there being by the house of Micah, they knew the voice of the young man, the Levite. They turned aside there, and they said to him, Who brought you here? And what do you do here? What is it here? And he said to them, Micah did so, and so with me, and he hired me, and I became to him for a priest. They said to him, Ask indeed to God, that we will know if our way greatly prospers which we go by it. The priest said to them, Go in peace before the Lord, your way by which you go by it. And the 5 men went and came into Laish. They saw the people in it dwelling in hope, as the amalgamation of the Sidonians, being tranquil in hope, and not being able to speak a word in the land, for they are far from Sidon. There was no word to them with Syria. The 5 men came to their brethren in Zorah and in Eshtael, and their brethren said to them, Why do you sit here? And they said, Rise up, for we should ascend against them. For we saw the land, and behold, it is exceedingly good. And you're silent? You should not be reluctant to go and to enter to inherit the land. Whenever you should enter, you shall come to a people being secure, and the land of broad space, for God delivered it over into your hand, a place where there is not any deficiency, thereof a thing as much as is on the earth. And they departed from there, from the kin of Dan, from Zorah and from Eshtael, 600 men being girded with weapons for battle. They ascended and camped in Kiriath-Jearim in Judah. On account of this place was called Camp of Dan unto this day. Behold, it is behind Kiriath-Jearim. They went from there unto Mount Ephraim, and came unto the house of Micah. The 5 men, going to survey the land of Laish, responded, and they said to their brethren, Did you know that there is these houses an ephod, a teraphim, and a carved image, and a molten image? And now know what you shall do. And they turned aside there, and entered into the house of the young man, the Levite, into the house of Micah. And they asked him for peace. The 600 men being girded with weapons for their warfare, being set up by the door of the gatehouse, were the ones from the sons of Dan. Then the 5 men, going to survey the land, ascended. And coming there, they took the carved image, the ephod, the teraphim, and the molten image. And the priest was set up by the door of the gatehouse. And the 600 men were girded with weapons for warfare. When these entered into the house of Micah, and took the carved image, and the ephod, and a teraphim, and the molten image, that the priest said to them, What do you do? And they said to him, Be silent, place your hand over your mouth, and come with us. You will be to us for a father, and for a priest. Is it not better for you to be a priest of the house of one man, or for you to be priest of a tribe and kin in Israel? It was good to the heart of the priest. He took the ephod, the teraphim, the carved image, and the molten image, and entered into the midst of the people. They turned and went forth, and put the children and the property and the load before them. And they were far from the house of Micah. Behold, Micah and the men in the houses near the house of Micah cried out. They overtook the sons of Dan, and they yelled to the sons of Dan. The sons of Dan turned their faces, and they said to Micah, What is it to you that you cry out? He said, The gods which I made you took, and the priest, and you departed. What is there to me still? What is this to say to me? Why is this that you cry out? The sons of Dan said to him, Your voice should not be heard with us, lest in any time men in severe pain of soul should confront you, and you should add your life and the life of your household. And the sons of Dan went on their way, and Micah saw that they were too mighty for him. He turned aside and returned to his house. They took as much as Micah made, and the priest was with him. And they went unto Laish, upon a people being tranquil and being secure. And they struck them by the mouth of the broadsword, and the city they burned by fire. There is no one rescuing, for it is far from Sidon, and the communication is not to them with man. It is in the valley which is of the house of Rahab, and they built up the city and dwelt in it. They called the name of that city Dan, according to the name of Dan their father, who was born to Israel. And the name to the city formerly was Laish. The sons of Dan set up for themselves the carved image, and Jonathan, son of Gershom, son of Manasseh, he and his sons were priests to the tribe of Dan, unto the day of the displacement of the land. And they themselves stationed the carved image Micah made all the days, as many as the house of God was in Shiloh. And it came to pass in those days there was no king in Israel. There was a man, a Levite, sojourning on the sides of Mount Ephraim, and he took to himself a woman concubine from Bethlehem, Judah. His concubine provoked him to anger, and she went forth from him unto the house of her father in Bethlehem, Judah. She was there the days of 4 months,
And her husband rose up and went after her to speak up unto her heart, to reconcile her. And a servant was with him, and a pair of beasts of burden. He went unto the house of her father, and the father of the young woman beheld him, and was at hand for meeting him. His father-in-law brought him in, and the father of the young woman, he stayed with him 3 days, and they ate and they drank and slept there. It came to pass on the 4th day that they rose up early in the morning, and he rose up to depart. The father of the young woman said to his son-in-law, Support your heart with a piece of bread, and after this go. He sat down, and both ate together, and drank. And the father of the young woman said to the man, For a beginning, lodge and do good to your heart. The man rose up to depart, and his father-in-law forced him, and he stayed and lodged in it. He rose early in the morning on the 5th day to depart. And the father of the young woman said, Support indeed your heart with bread, and soldier until the day should decline. And both ate and drank. The man rose up to go, he and his concubine and his servant. And his father-in-law said to him, The father of the young woman, behold, indeed the day is declining into evening. Lodge here and do good to your heart. Rise early tomorrow unto your way, and you shall depart unto your tent. The man did not want to lodge, and he rose up, went forth, and came unto before Jebus. This is Jerusalem. And with him were a pair of beasts of burden being saddled, and his concubine with him. They were near Jebus, and the day declined exceedingly. The servant said to his master, Come, please, even we should turn aside into the city of the Jebusites, and lodge in it. His master said to him, In no way shall we turn aside into an alien city, in which there is no one from the sons of Israel. Even we shall go by unto Gibeah. He said to his servant, Come, for we should approach one of the places, and we shall lodge in Gibeah or in Ramah. They went by, and the sun went down on them, being next to Gibeah, which is of Benjamin. They turned aside there to enter to rest up in Gibeah. And he entered and sat in the square of the city, and there was no man bringing them into the house to rest up. Behold, an old man entered from the works from out of the field at evening, and the man went from Mount Ephraim, and he sojourned in Gibeah. The men of the place were sons of Benjamin. And he looked up with his eyes, and he saw the man, the one journeying in the square of the city. And the old man said, Where are you going, and from what place come you? And he said to him, We are passing over from Bethlehem of Judah unto the side of Mount Ephraim. I am from there. And I went unto Bethlehem of Judah. I run to my house, but there is no man bringing me into a house. Indeed, straw and fodder exist for our donkeys, and indeed, bread and wine exist to me, to the maidservant, and to the servant, and to your servants there is no deficiency of anything. The old man said, Peace to you, only let any deficiency of yours be upon me, only you should not rest up in the square. He brought him into his house, and camped his beasts of burden, and they washed their feet, and they ate and they drank. They were doing their heart good, and behold, the men of the city, sons of lawbreakers, encircled the house, and knocked upon the door. They said to the man, the master of the house, the old man, saying, Lead out the man entering into your house, that we should know him. The man came forth to them, the master of the house, and he said to them, By no means, my brethren, you should not do evil indeed with this man entering into my house. You should not do this folly. Behold, my daughter the virgin and his concubine, I will bring them, and you humble them, and do to them the good things in your eyes. But to this man you should not do the thing of this folly. The men did not want to hear him, and the man took hold of his concubine, and led her to them outside, and they knew her, and sported her the entire night until the morning. They sent her at the same time the dawn ascended, and the woman came in the morning, by the door of the vestibule of the house of the man of whom her master was there, at which time light shone through. Her master rose up in the morning. He opened the door of the house, and he came forth to depart in his way. Behold, the concubine was fallen by the door of the house, and her hands were upon the threshold. He said to her, Rise up, for we should go forth. And she did not answer to him, for she had died. He lifted her upon the beast of burden. The man rose up, went forth to his place. He entered into his house, and he took the knife, took hold of his concubine, dismembered her according to her bones into 12 portions, and he sent them unto all the tribes of Israel. It came to pass, all the ones seeing said, Neither happened nor was thus seen from the days of the ascending of the sons of Israel from out of the land of Egypt until this day. Appoint indeed to yourselves counsels concerning her, and speak. Forth all the sons of Israel, and the congregation held an assembly as one man, from Dan and unto Beersheba, the land of Gilead, before the Lord in Mizpah. All the region established, all of the people and all the tribes of Israel, in the assembly of the people of God, 400,000 men on foot, unsheathing the broadsword. And the sons of Benjamin heard that the sons of Israel ascended unto Mizpah. And the sons of Israel said, Tell me where this evil took place. And the man answered, The Levite, the husband of the woman, having been murdered. He said, I came unto Gibeah of Benjamin, I and my concubine, to rest up. And the men rose up against me, the ones of Gibeah, and they encircled upon me upon the house at night. They wanted to kill me. They humbled my concubine and sported with her, and she died. And I took hold of my concubine. I dismembered her, and I sent out every border of the inheritance of Israel, for they committed folly in Israel.
Behold, all you, the sons of Israel, make to yourselves an account and plan here. All the people rose up as one man, saying, We shall not enter, a man into his tent, we shall not turn aside, a man to his house. Now this is the thing which we shall do to Gibeah. We will ascend against it by lot. We shall take 10 men out of 100 for all the tribes of Israel, and 100 out of 1,000 men, and 1,000 out of 10,000 men, to take a provision for the people, to complete the task to the ones in going unto Gibeah of Benjamin, against all the folly which they did in Israel. Came together every man of Israel to the city as one man coming, and the tribes of Israel sent out men in all the tribe of Benjamin, saying, What is this evil that took place among you? Now give over the impious men in Gibeah, the sons of Belial. We shall kill them. Lift away evil from Israel. But the sons of Benjamin did not want to hear the voice of their brethren, of the sons of Israel. The sons of Benjamin came together from their cities to Gibeah, to go forth into battle array against the sons of Israel. And the sons of Benjamin numbered in that day of the cities 25,000 men, unsheathing the broadsword, apart from the ones dwelling in Gibeah. Those numbered 700 chosen men from all the people, ambidextrous. All these were slingers, casting stones accurate to the hair and not missing. Every man of Israel, they were numbered, separate from the stones of Benjamin, 400,000 men, unsheathing the broadsword, and all these were mighty men. They rose up and ascended unto Bethel, and asked of God, and the sons of Israel said, Who shall ascend to us, guiding to wage war with the sons of Benjamin? And the Lord said, Judah shall ascend guiding. And the sons of Israel rose up in the morning, camped at Gibeah, and every man of Benjamin went forth for war against Benjamin. He deployed against them, the men of Israel, for war against Gibeah. And came forth the sons of Benjamin from the city, and utterly destroyed in Israel on that day 22,000 men upon the ground. The people strengthened the men of Israel, and proceeded to deploy for war in the place in which he deployed there on the first day. All the sons of Israel ascended up, and they wept before the Lord until evening. They asked of the Lord, saying, Shall I proceed to draw near for war against the sons of Benjamin my brother? And the Lord said, Ascend against him. For the sons of Israel came forward against the sons of Benjamin in the second day. And Benjamin came forth to meet them from Gibeah on the second day. And they utterly destroyed yet of the people of Israel 18,000 men upon the ground, all these unsheathing the broadsword. And all the sons of Israel ascended up, and all the people, and they came unto Bethel, and wept, and sat there before the Lord, and fasted in that day until evening. They offered a whole burnt offering for deliverance before the Lord. And the sons of Israel asked in the Lord. And the ark of the covenant of the Lord was there in those days. Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, stood before it, and on those days, saying, Shall I proceed still to go forth from war against the sons of Benjamin my brother, or slacken? And the Lord said, Ascend, and tomorrow I will deliver him into your hand. The sons of Israel placed an ambush in Gibeah round about. The sons of Israel ascended against the sons of Benjamin on the third day. They deployed against Gibeah at once before, and once before that. The sons of Benjamin came forth for meeting the people, and were drawn away from the city. They began to strike of the city, slaying as once before, and once before that, in the ways which there is one ascending to Bethel, and one ascending to Gibeah in the field, about 30 men of Israel. The sons of Benjamin said, They stumbled before us as before. And the sons of Israel said, We shall flee and pull them out from the city into the ways. Every man of Israel rose up from his place, and deployed in Baal Tamar. And the ambush of Israel wrestled from out of its place from the descent of Gibeah. They arrived right opposite Gibeah, 10,000 chosen men from out of all the Israel, and the battle weighed down, and they did not know that hurt has been affixed upon them. The Lord put Benjamin to flight before Israel, and the sons of Israel utterly destroyed among Benjamin. And that day 25,100 men, all these unsheathing the broadsword. And the sons of Benjamin beheld that they were put to flight, and the man of Israel gave place to Benjamin, for they hoped upon the ambush which they arranged near Gibeah. The ambush advanced, and they poured out against Gibeah, and the ambush went, and they struck all the city by the mouth of the broadsword. The arranged order was with the man of Israel with the ambush, for them to offer a signal fire of smoke from the city. And the man of Israel turned in the battle, and Benjamin began to strike slain against the man of Israel, about 30 men, for they say, Surely being put to flight, he was put to flight before us as the battle before. And the signal fire began to ascend from the city as a column of smoke, and Benjamin looked behind him. Behold, there ascended the consummation of the city unto the heaven. And the man of Israel turned, and the man of Benjamin hastened, for he beheld that a bad thing has touched him. They leaned before the man of Israel, and in the way of the wilderness, and the battle fell upon them unawares. And the ones from the cities, they utterly destroyed them in their midst. They cut up Benjamin, and pursued him according to his feet, and trampled him unto before Gibeah towards the rising of the sun. 18,000 men of Benjamin fell, all these men of power. They turned aside and fled into the wilderness to the rock of Rimmon, and they gleaned him in the ways. 5,000 men they cleaved after them unto Gibeah, and struck of them 2,000 men.
It came to pass, all the ones falling among Benjamin was 25,000 men unsheathing the broadsword in that day. All these were men of power, and they turned aside and fled into the wilderness to the rock of Rimmon. 600 men they stayed at the rock of Rimmon 4 months, and the battle of Israel turned against the sons of Benjamin. They struck them by the mouth of the broadsword from the next city unto east, and unto all being found in the cities, and the cities being found they burned by fire. War by an oath in Mizpah, saying, No man from us shall give his daughter to Benjamin for a wife. All the people came unto Bethel, and sat there until evening before God. They inflicted their voice, and wept a great weeping. They said, Why, O Lord God of Israel, was this taken place in Israel, to overlook today in Israel one tribe? And it happened the next day that the people rose early. They built there an altar, and offered a whole burnt offering of deliverance. And the sons of Israel said, Who is the one not ascending among the assembly from all the tribes of Israel to the Lord? For there was a great oath concerning the one not ascending to the Lord in Mizpah, saying, Death he shall die. And the sons of Israel relented concerning their brother Benjamin, and said, One tribe from Israel is removed today. What should we do to them, to the ones left behind for wives? For we swore by an oath to the Lord to not give to them from our daughters for wives. And they said, What one is there of the tribes of Israel who did not ascend to the Lord in Mizpah? Behold, no man came to the camp from Jabesh Gilead to the assembly. The people were numbered, and behold, there is not there a man from the ones dwelling in Jabesh Gilead. The congregation sent there 12,000 men from the sons of the force. They gave charge to them, saying, Go and strike all the ones dwelling in Jabesh Gilead by the mouth of the broadsword, even the women and the people. And this is the word which you shall do. Every male and every woman, knowing the marriage bed of a man, you shall devote to consumption. They found of one dwelling in Jabesh Gilead 400 young women virgins, the ones that knew not a man, and the marriage bed of a man, and they led them into the camp in Shiloh, which is in the land of Canaan. All the congregation sent and spoke to the sons of Benjamin, of the ones of the rock of Rimmon, and they called them for peace. Benjamin returned to the sons of Israel in that time, and they gave them the women who were of the woman of Jabesh Gilead, and it pleased them thus. The people were comforted concerning Benjamin, for the Lord made a breach among the tribes of Israel. And the elders of the congregation said, What shall we do to the remaining for wives now that the women was removed from Benjamin? He said, An inheritance for the ones surviving in Benjamin, that in no way a tribe should be wiped away from Israel. For we are not able to give them wives from our daughters. The sons of Israel swore by an oath, saying, Accursed is the one giving a wife to Benjamin. They said, Behold, there is a holiday to the Lord in Shiloh from days to days, which is from the north of Bethel, according to the rising of the sun, upon the corridor ascending from Bethel unto Shechem, and from south of Lebanon. They gave charge to the sons of Benjamin, saying, Go forth and lie in wait at the vineyard. Look and behold, whenever the daughters of the ones dwelling in Shiloh should come forth, joining in a dance with a company of dancers, then he shall come forth from the vineyards, that a man seize by force to himself a wife from the daughters of Shiloh. Then you shall depart unto the land of Benjamin. And it will be whenever their fathers or their brothers should come to quarrel with us, that we shall say to them, Show mercy on them. For a man did not take to himself a wife in the battle, for you did not give to them according to the time which you trespassed. And the sons of Benjamin did thus. They took wives according to their number from the ones dancing, whom they snatched. They went and returned unto their inheritance. They built up the cities and dwelt in them. And the sons of Israel walked from there in that time, each man to his tribe and to his kin. Each man went forth from there to his inheritance. In those days there was not a king in Israel, and a man did the upright thing in his eyes. He destroys even the intelligent, but the answer of the penitent man returns rage. But a distressing word raises up anger. The tongue of the wise has knowledge of good, but the mouth of fools acknowledges evils. In every place the eyes of the Lord watch both bad and good. The healing tongue is a tree of life, and the one preserving it shall be filled of the Spirit. A fool sneers at the instruction of his father, but the one keeping his commandments is more astute. In superabundant righteousness is abundant strength, but the impious, entirely rooted from the earth, shall be destroyed. In the house of the just is much strength, but the fruits of the impious shall be destroyed. For the lips of the wise abound by good sense, but the hearts of fools are not safe. The sacrifices of the impious are an abomination to the Lord, but the vows of the ones going straight are accepted by him. The ways of the impious are an abomination to the Lord, for he loves the ones pursuing righteousness. The instruction of the guileless is made known by the ones passing by, but the ones detesting reproofs comes to an end disgracefully. For Hades and destruction are made apparent by the Lord, how not also the hearts of men? The uninstructed shall not love the ones reproving him, and with the wise he shall not consort. With the heart being glad, the face flourishes, but being in distresses he looks downcast. For an upright heart seeks perception, but the mouth of the uninstructed shall know evil. For the time of evil ones favorably receive evil things, but the good are always tranquil. For better a small portion with the fear of the Lord, and great treasures with fearlessness. Better hospitality of vegetables with friendship and favor, than a feed of calves with hatred. A man inclined to rage makes preparations for battle, but a lenient man soothes even the ones about to go to battle. And the lenient man shall extinguish litigations, but the impious raises them rather. The ways of the idle make a bed in thorn bushes, but the ways of the vigorous are very busy. A wise son gladdens a father, but a foolish son sneers at his mother. The road of an unthinking man are lacking of sense, but an intelligent man goes in a straitened way. The ones not honoring the Sanhedrins procrastinate by devices, but in the hearts of one's counseling abides counsel. For in no way shall an evil man obey it, nor shall he say anything timely, even for the common good. The thoughts of the discerning are ways of life, that turning aside from Hades he should be delivered. The Lord tears down the houses of the arrogant, and he supports the boundary of the widow. The device of the unjust is an abomination to the Lord, but the sayings of the pure are serious. The one receiving bribes totally ruins himself, but the one detesting the receipts of bribes is delivered. For charity and trust clear away sins, and through them even enemies become friends. For God is far at a distance from the impious, but vows of just ones he heeds. For better are few receipts with righteousness than abundant produce with injustice. The eye viewing good gladdens the heart, and a good reputation fattens the bones. The one hearing reproofs of life shall lodge in the midst of the wise. The one who thrusts away instruction detests himself, but the one giving heed to reproofs loves his life. The fear of the Lord is instruction and wisdom, and the sum of glory shall be the response for it, but the humble go before glory. Hebrews 8:10-12. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my law into their mind, and write them in their hearts. I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. They shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. For I will be merciful to their righteousness, and the sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. Margaret Stringer surrendered her life to God to serve as a missionary when she was just 12 years old. She kept that promise after she graduated from college, despite the dire warnings she received. She committed to going to the South Pacific to work among one of the cannibal tribes, and God greatly blessed her work there. Many years later, she was asked if she had a favorite memory from her time on the mission field. Stringer replied, I have so many that it would be difficult to decide on one. For one of those times was when the first cannibal Badal was saved. I cannot think about his first prayer without chills of joy. She prayed something like this: God, I have killed and I have eaten people. I have stolen women. I cut a man's chest open with an axe. I just don't want you to think about that anymore. While we may be tempted to think that our sins don't compare to a cannibal's, the truth is that every sin is an abomination in the eyes of a holy and righteous God. Every one of us are separated from God by our sins, and apart from His grace, that chasm can never be crossed. Yet in His mercy, God not only saves us, but He wipes our record clean. This is our great hope, that God promises to remove our sins forever. If Thou, Lord, shouldest mark iniquities, O Lord, who shall stand? We shall never feel guilt over a past sin we have confessed and forsaken, because God refuses to remember it again.
Not yourself because of evildoers. Be not envious of wrongdoers, for they will soon fade like grass and wither like the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and befriend faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your ways to the Lord. Trust in Him, and He will act. He will bring forth your righteousness as the light, and your justice as the noonday. Be still before the Lord, and wait patiently for Him. Fret not yourself over the one who prospers in his way, over the man who carries out evil devices. Refrain from anger, and forsake wrath. Fret not yourself, it tends only to evil, for the evildoers shall be cut off. but those who wait for the Lord shall inherit the land. In just a little while the wicked will be no more. Though you look carefully at his place, he will not be there. But the meek shall inherit the land, and delight yourselves in abundant peace. The wicked plots against the righteous, and gnashes his teeth at him. But the Lord laughs at the wicked, for he sees that his day is coming. The wicked draw the sword and bend their bows, to bring down the poor and the needy, to slay those whose way is upright. For their sword shall enter their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. Better is the little that has than the abundance of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord, he upholds the righteous. The Lord knows the days of the blameless, and their heritage will remain forever. They are not put to shame in evil times. In the days of famine they have abundance, but the wicked will perish. The enemies of the Lord are like the glory of the pastures. They vanish like smoke, they vanish away. The wicked borrows, but does not pack away. But the righteous is generous and gives. For those blessed by the Lord shall inherit the land, but those cursed by him shall be cut off. The steps of a man are established by the Lord, when he delights in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be cast headlong, for the Lord upholds his hand. I have been young, and now am old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, or his children begging for bread. He is ever lending generously, and his children become a blessing. Turn away from evil, and do good, so shall you dwell forever. For the Lord loves justice. He will not forsake his saints, for they are preserved forever. But the children of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land, and dwell upon it forever. The mouth of the righteous utters wisdom, and his tongue speaks justice. The law of his God is in his heart. His steps do not slip. The wicked watches for the righteous, and seeks to put him to death. The Lord will not abandon him to his power, or let him be condemned when he is brought to trial. Wait for the Lord and keep his way, and he will exalt to you the inherit the land. You will look on when the wicked are cut off. For I have seen a wicked, ruthless man, spreading himself like a green laurel tree. But he passed away, and behold, he was no more. Though I sought him, he could not be found. Mark the blameless, and behold the upright. For there is a future for the man of peace, but transgressors shall be altogether destroyed. The future of the wicked shall be cut off. The salvation of the righteous is from the Lord. He is their stronghold in a time of trouble. The Lord helps them and delivers them. He delivers them from the wicked and saves them, because they take refuge in him. Lord, rebuke me not in your anger, nor discipline me in your wrath. For your arrows have sunk into me, and your hand has come down on me. There is no soundness in my flesh because of your indignation. There is no health in my bones because of my sin. For my iniquities have gone over my head like a heavy burden, and they are too heavy for me. My wounds stink and fester because of my foolishness. I am utterly bowed down and prostrate all the days I go about mourning. For my sides are filled with burning, and there is no soundness in my flesh. I am feeble and crushed. I groan because of the tumult of my heart. O Lord, all my longing is before you, and my sighing is not hidden from you. My heart throbs, my strength fails, and the light of my eyes, it also has gone from me. My friend and companions stand aloof from my plague, and my nearest kin stands far off. Those who seek my life lay theirs down. Those who seek my heart speak of ruin, and meditate treachery all day long. But I am like a deaf man, I do not hear, like a mute man who does not open his mouth. I have become like a man who does not hear, and in whose mouth are no rebukes. But for you, O Lord, do I wait. It is you, O Lord, my God, who will answer. I said, only let them not rejoice over me, who boast away against me when their foot slips. For I am ready to fall, and my pain is ever before me. I confess my iniquities. I am sorry for my sin. But my foes are vigorous. They are mighty, and many are those who hate me wrongfully.
Those who render me evil for good accuse me because I follow after good. Do not forsake me, O Lord. O my God, be not far from me, and make haste to help me, O Lord, my salvation.